Hello, welcome to today's class. In this video, we shall be looking at finite and infinite sets. So please listen attentively. At the end of the video, there will be a practice question which you can do on your own. Now, let's start with the first subtopic, which is finite set. Now, what is a finite set? A finite set is a set where all members or elements of the set can be counted. If you missed our previous video on our first video on sets, you can please look on this video for the link above. Now, a finite set is a set where all members or elements of the set can be counted. I'll be giving us some examples. Our very first example is letters in alphabets. Example 1 is letters in alphabet. Now, letters in alphabets can be counted. All right, we can count the letters in the alphabet. So this is a finite set. So as long as you can count the members in the set, it is a finite set. So letters in the alphabet is a finite set. For example, we have A, we have B, we have C, we have D, we have E, and it goes on to Z. So this is a finite set. We use these three dots in between the elements to indicate that some letters are in between E and Z. Now, I'll give us another example of a finite set that should be odd numbers less than 15. Odd numbers less than 15. This is another example of a finite set because we can easily count the numbers of elements in this set. For example, the odd numbers less than 15, we have 1, we have 3, we have 5, we have 7, we have 9, we have 11, we have 13, and that is it. So these are the odd numbers less than 15. As you can see, we can easily count the members of this set. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. So these are some examples of finite sets. A finite set is a set where all members or elements of the set can be counted. Okay, so let's look at infinite sets. Now, what are infinite sets? When we cannot count all the members or elements of a set, that set is called an infinite or infinite set. So let me give us some examples of infinite sets. First example that comes to mind is plants on earth. Plants on earth. Plants on earth is a very good example of infinite sets. Now, the plants on earth are so many that it cannot be counted. So plants on earth is an example of infinite sets. All right, let's look at a next example. multiples of 3. Multiples of 3. This is another example of infinite set. Now, some examples of multiples of 3 are, we have 3, we have 6, we have 9, we have 12, we have 15, we have 18, we have 21, we have 24, we have 27, and the list goes on. The list continues. So this is an example of multiples of 3. So it is an infinite set. As you can see, here we have 3 dots, which means that it continues forever. It means that it has no end. So multiples of 3 is a good example of infinite sets. Let's look at some likely exam questions. All right, so question: are the following members of a finite or infinite set? So let's look at the first question. Number 1 says set P is set of integers. Now let's look at the members of the set of integers. Integers are negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So if I can start with a dot, because the numbers are so many, 3 dots, then I have -2, -1, I have 0, I have 4, I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, I have 5, and it continues. It goes on. So this is an example of an infinite or infinite set because it goes on forever. It has no end. We cannot count the set of integers, so it is an infinite set. As you can see, we have 3 dots before the first number. That means that we have numbers before -2, and at the end we have 3 dots, which means that the numbers continues. So set of integers is an infinite set. Number 2, vowels in the alphabet. Vowels in the alphabet. Let's look at the vowels in the alphabet. We have A, we have E, we have I, we have O, and we have U. So we have 5 vowels in the alphabet. So as you can see, we can count the numbers of elements in vowels in the alphabet, and the numbers of elements in the set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So vowels in the alphabet is a finite set. Is a finite set. Remember, finite sets are sets that we can count the members or elements in the set, and A, E, I, O, U are the members of vowels in the alphabet. Good. Let's look at question 3. K is prime numbers between 1 and 20. Prime numbers between 1 and 20. So what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers that has just 2 factors. Prime numbers are numbers that has just 2 factors, which are 1 and itself. So what are the prime numbers between 1 and 20? So I open my brace. Prime numbers between 1 and 20, we have 2, we have 3, we have 5, we have 7, we have 11, we have 13, we have 17, and we have 19. So these are the prime numbers between 1 and 20. As you can see, we can easily count the numbers of elements in this set. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 members or elements in set K. That means that prime numbers between 1 and 20 is a finite set. So it's a finite set. Good. Now question 4. We have set B as members of the elements 5, 10, 15, 20. This is a multiple of 5. Is a multiples of 5. As you can see clearly, is a multiple of 5. Now this goes on and on. As you can see right here, we have 3 dots, which means that it continues forever. There is no end. If we begin to list out the multiples of 5, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. The list goes on. So that means that we cannot count the members of this set. So it is an infinite set. It's an infinite set. All right, so these are some questions, and please, it's very important to remember these two concepts. The finite sets are sets in which the members of the set can be counted, while the infinite set are those sets in which the members of the element cannot be counted. So here is a practice question, just 5 questions. Which sets are finite or infinite? So please work out this question on your papers or on your book and take a picture and send to this email address, and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. I wish you all success in your exams. Thank you. Bye-bye.